Just yet. There's still some downpours out there, still some storms, and tomorrow on Sunday there's going to be another chance of seeing some rain. So we just can't shake these rain chances across Greater Cincinnati. There is going to be some sunlight at the end of the rainy tunnel. You're taking a look across Greater Cincinnati right now, and there's a few areas I'm focusing in on just a bit more for some of the heavier downpours, some lightning, and still that potential for some stronger storms as we go into tonight. So you can see majority of us, we're staying pretty dry, but northern Kentucky is where we are seeing some of these storms right now. And these have been pretty persistent, where they will sort of fizzle out in some spots and then grow in others, producing some heavy rain and a good amount of lightning. For the short term, I would expect some of these heavier downpours to be in southern portions of Owen County, Grant County, over into Pendleton County. This is moving to the east, so I do think the heaviest part of this is going to be staying out of our viewing area, but heads up for some of these southern counties. Same thing over for Bracken, Robertson, and Mason County, looking at some of these little storms that are trying to continue with some of these heavy downpours, but you can see some of these are trying to fizzle out as they move off towards the east too. Also, these storms right here near Mount Olivet, Brooksville, and Maysville, no lightning in these. Now, there are going to be a few areas of some very spotty light showers that'll be north of the river. You're looking in parts of Hamilton County, and then also seeing a very light rain shower move over Mason and Loveland. That I'm not expecting to turn into much for tonight. You can see a bit of a wider picture here. What we have are these storms that are pretty persistent in parts of Kentucky. They're still staying north of Lexington, but they're not even as far north as the 71-75 split. These are going to continue to be pretty slow moving, produce a lot of heavy rain, lightning, potential for some strong wind gusts, and this is going to slowly move off towards the east. Then what we're also seeing closer towards 70 is where there's even some tornado warnings near Columbus. There's a really broad area, big area in our atmosphere that has just enough spin that is producing some of those tornadoes over in Columbus and closer towards I-70. That entire larger area will eventually move out of here, and then we'll be able to dry out a bit more as we go overnight tonight. But we still have that flood watch that goes through early tomorrow morning. That will be for mainly our northern communities, especially closer towards I-70. You'll see here on Futurecast, we head to overnight tonight. I think most of the rain will start to push out of here by about midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But there will be just a few brief areas where we could get some heavy downpours. Again, most of us will stay dry, but a few heavy downpours as we get to 3, 4, 5 a.m. I think tomorrow, if you wake up pretty early in the morning, majority of us will be staying dry, but keep that umbrella around because we get to the late part of the morning. Few light rain showers are going to move through, and then we'll get towards tomorrow afternoon and evening, and there's going to be another chance for seeing some storms in here. So we're going to have to watch that for tomorrow, and then we get into Monday morning, sort of a rinse and repeat here where we have more storm chances. So we're talking about those scattered rain chances through Monday. Also going to be pretty hot and humid for the next few days, even if you're not getting the rain, where that heat index that is going to be feeling like the 90s, close to 100. So a few showers for tonight. Sunday, Monday, there are storm chances. Tuesday, we're not looking at any rain out there. You're looking outside right now, temperature 77, feels like 78. We're going to go overnight tonight, temperature falling to the low 70s, pretty muggy outside. And then tomorrow's also looking pretty hot and humid, temperatures feeling like we are close to 100. Impact days on Sunday and Monday. We are looking drier by Tuesday. Aaron.
All right, Sabrina, thank you.